Hi, this is Sue for Parkinson's and Me, my journey with Parkinson's. Today I thought I'd talk about carrying on decluttering. Now, I've done a post recently about clearing out documents and things that I had for my social work career. I've cleared out clothing that I don't need anymore. I've been in this real clearing out and decluttering mood. Yesterday, I was finishing off some final bits with the cake that I made for my granddaughter's birthday, and I got into a cupboard to get something that I needed, and I saw that I had a yogurt maker that I had bought, and I had two of them. I thought, I don't really need two of them. I'll give one of those to my daughter because I'm seeing her tonight. And the yogurt maker went into the bag. I was also taking with me a whole lot of glitter and things and it's edible glitter to go on my granddaughter's birthday cake that I'd made. Into the bag with the copious amounts of glittery things went the yogurt maker. And then when I went into my pantry, I saw a Frank Green, which is a good brand, coffee cup that has a lid on that makes it anti-spill. And I'd bought that when I was working, and I used it every day, and it kept my coffee hot while I was busy. And I looked at it and I thought, it's such a nice cup, but I don't use it anymore. What am I going to do with it? And I decided to give it to my daughter because she's out and about working in the community, and I know she loves her coffee. And in the interest of fueling my daughter's business, I decided to give her the coffee cup with the lid. That went into the bag as well. I had found I found a picnic basket at an op shop, and it's a great picnic basket. It's got cups, it's got wine glasses, it's got plates, and then, as luck would have it, I was in a second-hand shop recently, and I found these metal cups in four different colours, and they're nested together. And I actually have a set of those same sort of cups, but a little bit bigger, in a case that had been ours when we were kids, that Mum always used to take on picnics, and I inherited that at some point. And they're just lovely to drink out of, and they bring about lovely memories. And so I've used those in our picnic basket with the grandchildren, and they always used to pick a colour, and then they'd have their drink in these cups, and they made the drinks really nice and cold. They were lovely to drink out of. So that's been a memory for me, these metal cups that have been part of my childhood, part of my adulthood, and part of my nanahood. So when I was in the op shop recently, I found these 4 cups, and I had to buy them. And there's 4 of them. There's my daughter and her 3 daughters. And so I bought these cups for her for this picnic basket. So I passed those on to her yesterday as well. And then my husband and I have had these huge suitcases, trolley cases that we bought to go to Europe. And when we went to Europe, we had some train journeys. And the trains in the UK, even the Eurostar, there's nowhere really to put a decent sized suitcase. There's nowhere to put anything. And so it was a nightmare lugging these things on and off the train and in between trains, and horrible. So we have gradually downsized our packing. And so now I have a much smaller case. And so these cases are going to be sold. But there was an interim measure of a couple of holdalls, my husband calls them. And they have wheels on as well. They're in good condition. We've used them a bit, but they're still in good nick. And one of my granddaughters has a wee boyfriend who lives about 5 hours journey away, and I know what she's like. She'd be like any teenager, any woman really. You need to take a good supply of clothes when you're going anywhere. So I knew that she had probably had multiple bags and things to take her belongings recently to stay with her boyfriend. And so I've given them these 2 trolley cases, the hold-all trolley cases, that again I didn't need to keep hold of. I don't want to bother about selling them online or anything like that, so I gave them these trolley cases. I'm really in that mode of looking around and going, do I need that? Do I need that taking up space in my house, in my life, in my mind? They could go to somebody else where they would be useful. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been looking around, looking at things that I no longer need and giving them to somebody who will get the benefit out of them. And it feels good. It feels good to do that. And I can understand when you hear of people getting their house in order before they pass away, I suppose. And I'm not saying that I am in any danger of not being here tomorrow or the next day, or hopefully I'll be here for quite some time yet. But I just feel like it's helpful for me to feel that I have my house in order, to feel that I am not cluttering my life with unnecessary stuff that may have been useful, but is no longer. I just had a thought on decluttering. I don't know if this is just me, but I think most people have it. I have a junk drawer in my kitchen. And it seems to be, I've always had a junk drawer. I don't know what other people do, but I always have a junk drawer. And it's got things like batteries and the odd torch and, God, all sorts of things. And you gradually come to a point where you've found something and you think, where can I put that? I'll put it in the junk drawer. Where can I put that? I'll put it in the junk drawer. And the junk drawer just gets full and full of this stuff. I mean, there can be screws and buttons and all sorts of things that you think, better not throw that out. I might need that one day. And of course, you never do need them, and they just accumulate in the junk drawer. I also have a junk drawer in the top drawer in my study here. And I think it's time that I maybe jettison some of the stuff in there. I had a couple of drawers in my dresser in my bedroom that again had all manner of stuff that was crap that I never used. One funny thing I found was every top or dress or outfit that I got, sometimes they come with a little tiny mini grip bag with a button in case you need a spare button. And so I had this little drawer, chock-a-block, full of years' worth of little buttons. And they may never be used. And I think I've put it with my sewing now. I can't even remember what I did with them, but I cleared them out of these drawers. And again, I'd open these drawers from time to time and thinking, I must get rid of that crap one day. And I have got rid of a lot of that crap. I might attack my office today. I might attack that drawer, that junk drawer in my office that has old cell phones that can't be used anymore, and goodness knows what's in there. It's junk. That might be the project for this morning, checking on the junk drawer and getting rid of some stuff that I don't really need and wonder why the heck I kept it for so many years. It's quite cathartic. You feel quite good when you have cleared out all the dross and all the things that you don't need anymore. I can highly recommend it. This is Sue, off to go and do some more decluttering. This has been Sue for Parkies and Me, my journey with Parkinson's. Kia kaha, be brave, be strong, be you.